Hello, and welcome to our lesson on ethics in communication. This segment will cover ethics in project communication, Part 1. Ethical communication lies at the heart of effective project leadership, serving as a cornerstone for trust, transparency, and accountability within teams and stakeholders. In today's dynamic project environments where diverse perspectives and interests converge, maintaining ethical standards in communication is paramount. In projects, ethics are more intertwined with communication than any other area. What we say, what we choose not to say, and how we stay present a continuous challenge to both project leaders and individual team members. Although there are ethical considerations outside of communication, most of these are binary decisions that need to be made at one point of a time. Am I okay with working for a tobacco company? For instance, communication, related ethics are an ongoing stream of decisions, each of which require ethical considerations. Most project-related ethics relate to continuously seeking and communicating the truth. Some guidelines include honesty before the project begins. Truthfulness starts when considering whether or not to engage in a project. Were early estimated given proper consideration? When creating the contract, did all parties negotiate in good faith? The tone that is set at this early stage will resonate throughout the rest of the project. Trying to understand the truth. When in pursuit of the truth, we need to remember that sometimes our perception of truth may not be accurate. If this possibility is brought to light, it becomes the project leader's responsibility to seek the whole truth, even if this brings new difficulties into the project. Being truthful in all communication. Thought this seem obvious, it can really be put to the test when the project is in trouble. Even the most well-intentioned project leader may at times be tempted to report that the project is on track, fully intending to catch up later. What many don't realize is that the ability to accurately communicate and work through bad news often serves to strengthen bonds of trust both with stakeholders and within the team. As such, it is essential that you navigate the dynamics incumbent in accurate communication and be willing to share bad news whenever it becomes a reality. Creating an environment where others tell the truth. Truthfulness should be part of the team's culture by consistently telling the truth as leader or team member. You constantly communicate that only the truth is acceptable. When falsehoods are discovered, team members should feel positive peer pressure to resolve mistruths and communicate honestly. Each of these influences the team dynamic as well as its outward relation with stakeholders. Ethical consideration happens primarily at the individual level. We must each decide to act in an ethical manner, or if we others act unethically, we must decide whether or how to respond. Though many considerations are related inwardly, facing communications with stakeholders most often represent the opportunities that tempt us to violate ethical standards. Metrics and reports, numbers, especially the way we present them, are often quite easy to manipulate for personal benefit. The other use of the word discipline refers to the domain of self-controlling behavior while you manage a project. Many of the concepts, such as choosing a leadership style, properly influencing others, and considering the culture of the organization or team, are all aspects of this. Each of these requires you to consider outside factors, apply knowledge, and make decisions as best as you can to move forward. But what about internal factors? What about the way we apply discipline to ourselves? Self-discipline is guided by our ethical standards, which include our personal code of ethics. A personal code of ethics is considered by many as the basis for living in a community. The culture of that community is shaped by the individuals who are a part of it, and in turn, those people are shaped by their own ethics. This may seem simple, but as professionals, we comprise many different communities. Among others, these include our profession, organization, team, and the domain or field in which we participate. Each of these requires us to apply our own ethics appropriately. This is the end of this segment of our lesson. In the next segment, we shall discuss ethics in project communication, Part 2. This course is presented to you by South Europe College. Thank you for listening, and see you on our next segment.